What I feel like I can do for the 6 years. Daddy said, oh, I'm just able to help the poor. He said, I just want to. What up? What up? What up? What's going on? Class starts the 21st. What's up? What's up, Heisenberg? What y'all know about that country music right there? What y'all know about that? Spirituals. I love the King spirits as well. Love them. Down here on this earth, I love me some King spirituals, boy. My dad got me like this. My dad in me right here. My dad used to love the King. He loved the Mighty Clouds of Joy and the King spirituals. And boy, if you from Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, you know about the King spirituals. Love them. Love me some King spirituals, boy. I don't know what it is, man. Harvey Watkins. I love them. Anyway, guys, I guess I want to come on here and talk about black people who secretly claim that they're independent. Y'all got, excuse me, just had lunch. Black people who claim that they're independent, they ain't with all this being loyal to the Democrat Party. I ain't no Democrat. Da, 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 da. Then you support a Democrat. Not only will you support them, every time it come down to it, you vote Democrat. And it's just, and I don't know, it's the black community's full of people. What's up, man? What's up? The black community's full of people that say that. I'm tired of it. Just say you're a Democrat. It's okay. I think what it is, man, people know they shouldn't really like being a Democrat because they know the Democrats have done so much dirt to black people, but they just can't see themselves voting Republican. So whenever I try to call them out on being a Republican, they say, well, man, what, you want me to be a Republican? I'm like, no, I didn't say be a Republican, brother, but well, I mean, I got to vote some way, so I might well get it to the Democrat. Like this is the logic, right? And I just, like I say, man, I ain't with it, dog. I know y'all probably like, oh, here he goes with that Democrat Republican stuff to avoid discrimination for being Republican. I hear you, Black Heisenberg. That's the thing. Most black people are Republican anyway. I don't have to kind of go into it like that. I don't want to make a video going into that again and stuff like that. But I'm tired, guys. I'm tired of listening to all these people make all these excuses. Your ass is a Democrat. A lot of people, not only are you Democrat, you super Democrat. Like you can't go 5 minutes without thinking or voting Democrat. And I see this, like I talked to a couple of people. That's what's bringing this up. Is I talked to a couple of my homeboys, and they, I love them, man. They my boys. They good people. These brothers, some of them are in the ministry, out here in these streets doing God's work. I ain't got nothing but respect for these brothers. I don't see how you could be like that and then turn around and support a guy like Stephen Reed, the guy that just got in. Because I told him, I said, you do know this brother's a gay activist, though. Man, what you talking about? I said, this brother, because I talked to my brother again, and my brother was like, no, this dude went out and recruited some gay people to go after Judge Roy Moore because Roy Moore was against gay marriage in the state of Alabama. So he went, this guy's an activist. That's activist work. Like black people, stop talking about you ain't no Democrat. Yes, you are. That's what get me about a lot of them. They Democrat. And it's cool. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the black community is the black community. Come on, guys. Somebody vote 97%. If it went off, I'm going to tell you like this. If black people vote 97% Democrat, right? And then you turn around and you say, well, hey, how many people are 97% of black people saying they Democrat? Hell no. Only about half are staunch super Democrat. The other 45% lie. Stop lying to yourself, okay? Stop. That's the thing. I see a lot of people. They say these little. Well, I'm not a Democrat. I just ain't no Republican either. Like I didn't say you need to be Republican, but at the same time, don't lie and say you a Democrat because you're not a Democrat. I've seen this shit too many times. I've seen black folks come out here talking about they I've seen black people. What exactly makes someone a Democrat? Okay, I'm put it like this. It don't make no difference what I am, right? If I vote straight Democrat ticket every time, would that make me a Democrat? Let's say I'm an independent. Let's say I tell you I'm an independent. Let's say I tell you I'm a conservative, right? Every time I take my behind in there to vote, I'm voting Democrat. What would you say to me? That's how you answer that question. A Democrat is as a Democrat does, guys. If you can say you're a conservative, you can say you pro-family, you can say whatever. If you support Barack Obama, if you support every Democrat candidate, Hillary Clinton, if you support that, then you a Democrat. You can tell, you can fool yourself. See, I think that's what's going on. A lot of black folks out here fooling themselves because they know the damage that the Democrat Party has done to black folks. They see what's going on with black people. And they say, you know what? It's a lot of dirt been done to black folks. I can't just say I'm a Democrat no more because that's damn near like a 4-letter word. So let me just say that I'm a conservative. Or I mean, it's a lot of black people that say they conservative, and then they rationalize some reason why they need to be a Democrat. Then it's a lot of I'm independent or I'm libertarian. A lot of them too. It's a lot of closet guys that say they libertarian, and you turn around, that nigga straight Democrat. Well, I'm libertarian. You can't look. If you say you libertarian, you can't in no way, shape, form be a Democrat. Like if you're a libertarian, you can't be a Democrat. It's damn near like the opposite. One of them is big government, one of them is small government. You know what I'm saying? One of them is government stays out of families, messing with families altogether. Which me, if I was a Republican or conservative or libertarian, I don't have no problem with the government getting out of something. Democrats know that the society won't be pushed along unless they force that shit through activist judges. So they need the Democrat Party to push shit. So you can't be, and that's what I'm saying is a lot of people, a lot of these younger millennials, I'm a libertarian. Then they'll turn around and be straight Democrat. And I don't know anybody in particular that I'm talking about. I'm just telling you guys that that's what I see. I see a lot of that going on. I see a lot of people who will turn around and say they're Democrat. I mean, they're Republican, they whatever. I would rather you'll see somebody say they're Republican. If a black person say they're Republican, damn it, they're the genuine article. They got to be. Because that's damn near folks to a lot of black people. Like, when you say you're Republican, and I used to be a card-carrying Republican since 2004. I had a card, right? I had a Republican. I was part of the Republican RNC. I had a card. Like, I was really a Republican. And I got out. The reason I left was when black folks started getting shot down in the streets, and I saw how they was talking. I was like, oh, hell no, I can't be a Republican. My life on the line, and I can help your ass and try to vote and be all supportive. I get shot down on the streets, and your ass like, well, I mean, did he, he did have an unpaid, seatbelt ticket. No, fuck that. He should have paid his seatbelt ticket. That's why he died. He feared for his life because he didn't pay his seatbelt ticket. Like, no. I'll never. That part right there does more damage for the Republican Party with black people than any other thing is the police. That part right there, I never line up with. Am I an anarchist? Am I saying that we should be out here in anarchy and doing dirt? Nah. You was chilling with ABL. No, I wasn't. ABL be saying some crazy stuff, though. And that's why I shout out to O'Shea. O'Shea did a video going at, now I don't think O'Shea went a little overboard to me. I think he was like saying, what did he say? That's the worst segment of YouTube is the conservative segment. And I disagree. I don't think that the black conservative is the worst segment. I don't. I think because when you say black conservatives, you talking about me, you talking about who else? You might actually be talking about Jason Black to a certain extent. But what the thing is with a black conservative is you can, if you are a pro-family, which most black men you hear on here talking about pro-family issues, having a family. Shout out to my homeboy. We talked about that, Maurice. We talked about that for about an hour and a half yesterday about pro-family values and having a family. And, we talked about being a fuck boy and how you don't want to, cheat on women and you want to treat them with respect and honor. If you're going to be out here cheating and being a hoe, you part of the problem, lying to women, telling them. So when you hear guys saying that, that's a conservative principle because that's actually pro-family. Because that's holding the guy accountable holding somebody accountable for their action. See what I'm saying? So a lot of things when you say you're conservative, then you go vote straight Democrat. I don't see it. I don't see the consistency. You see what I'm saying? How can black men need to lobby to reverse child support laws? Dinesh D'Souza got pardoned by Trump. Okay. I don't have no problem with that. Well, I'm going to say this, guys, about child support. Let me say this about child support. It's child support. We need to change child support laws. But you should not. Now, see, this is where I'm going to probably lose some of these brothers with this. There's no way in hell you should be irresponsible with your dick, dog. Like, if you putting your dick in a woman, busting a nut, and then getting mad because she getting pregnant and having the child, bringing the child to term and letting the child live, then that's immoral, guys. That is immoral. Nobody's going to tell me anything different. I think you should raise your children. Be a father to your child. There's a song by Ed O.G. and the Bulldogs back in the day called Be a Father to Your Child. Y'all remember that? Be a father to your child. But we need it to be changed or reformed as say prime time? Yeah, I do. A woman, there should be certain checks and balances to it. It should be. You know what I'm saying? And there should be a cutoff with it. A woman shouldn't be able to have 7, 8 kids and put everybody on child support and just be living a comfortable lifestyle. Her ass ain't working. I get a child to them children. I get a child to them fathers if they want it. See, the child got a good case for getting custody then. They're great fathers. There's a lot of great fathers out here. You see what I'm saying? But I think it's one thing to be a father. I don't mind being a father. But if you're going to be a father, you're going to pump out do a pump and dump on a chick and then don't want to raise that child, That's where I kind of agree with the legal system. You need to be held responsible for putting your dick in a woman and coming and having sex. See, this is where I disagree. Now, a chick, if the father wants that child, she should have to take him to term. I believe that. If you finna have an abortion and I want my child, damn it, you should take him to term and I should be able to put your ass on child support. That shit should be baseless, not based on any sex. GOP ready donations, LOL. Need to lobby more. That's how we get heard as black men. Agreed. Women trap guys with money. Well, I mean, yeah, but I ain't trying to be funny, guys. You kind of know it. Like, I'm sorry. If we gonna be a man, if you man enough to have sex, you be man enough to be a father. If you woman enough to have sex, you need to be woman enough to be a mother. You shouldn't be able to kill these babies out here. You should not be able to suck their brains through a tube and kill them. I don't like that. I would get rid of abortion. And honestly, if I did get rid of child support, it would force women. Now, this is where I kind of agree with getting rid of it. Women would really be smart before they lay up with a man, won't they? See what I'm saying? If you're a woman and you lay up with a man and that man ain't doing what he's supposed to do, you're gonna be like, oh hell no, I'm not finna be with this guy. He's not raising his kids. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. A lot of women are looking at it like, you know what, I can get Section 8, I can get welfare, I can get food stamps, I can get WIC, I can get I can get this, I can get that, I can get TANF, I can get this. No. See, that's a problem. I would get rid of all that. See what I'm saying? And most of the guys you hear talking on YouTube say the same thing. But the issue I have with it, although they'll say that, they'll then turn around and vote Democrat. Like everything I'm talking about, everything you hear these black men talking about, half of them are Democrats and will vote Democrat. And you know what? Now, out of all that stuff I just named, see how nuanced that was? How I just sat and talked about dating, women need to make better choices. We need to hold people accountable for their actions. Men need to be held accountable for their actions instead of just going out here willy-nilly making babies all irresponsibly, right? That's nuance. That's me basically, doing something. Now, then you turn around and say, I don't want to vote Republican because they're racist. Well, I'm not saying vote Republican because first of all, I unpack it, right? Because you guys can probably tell I lean more Republican. I'm not a Republican. I just told you why. Don't put that in my comment section. But I do think that most of the values that a guy like Ron Paul was pushing, I was lockstep with. I'm gonna be straight up. Ron Paul was my guy. That was the guy that I felt like would have been the best candidate that I've seen in a presidential election in a long time. I wasn't around. I was around, but I wasn't really around when Ross Perot did his thing. You know what I'm saying? So I really don't know what his platform. I have to go back and look at his platform. But I just think when it comes to guys like talking about Ron Paul and people talking about Sub trying to give these brothers game. Black men need to strive for government armed security contracts. Okay, a child with no pops will go the wrong way. True. But guys, let me say this. As nuanced as I am, when you come back with, well, the Republicans are racist, that's not really that advanced. You need to be able to tell me specifically why the platform doesn't work. The reason I'm not Republican is because of their stance on police and how they treat law enforcement and how they damn near worship law enforcement, anybody in the military. When you listen to a talk show like Sean Hannity, who I don't like, you listen to Sean Hannity, anybody that calls up that's in law enforcement or in the military, he damn near worships them. Thank you for your service. Like, man, fuck that shit. I'm just gonna kiss your ass. Look, I respect people in the military. I'm not saying anybody that's listening to in the military is I'm disrespecting. I'm not gonna worship your ass because you're in the military. To say that anything you do, you go out here and shoot somebody and do something, and I'm gonna just defend you. No. You know what I'm saying? That's where I kind of lost the Republican Party. That's where they lost me at, right there. Right. And a lot of those people, that's actually part of their platform. See how I went at the platform? When I talked about the Democrats, I went at the platform. I didn't talk about the conditions of the people that are Republicans' hearts. That's where I think black people fuck up at. We'll look at somebody's heart and we'll say, well, man, this person's heart, the Republicans are evil. They this, they that, they're racist. Okay, I heard what you said, brother, but tell me why you don't support the party platform. Look at the party platform. Very pro-business. They'll say something like, well, I won't gotta say, well, they are for tax cuts for the rich. Guys, let me tell you a little secret. Nobody should be paying income tax anyway. The income taxes are illegal. So tax cuts for the rich, I'm gonna say this is gonna sound real foul, but this is a fact. I want somebody that, if you disagree, tell me in the chat, okay? It's me and it's you, right? You got a job, you got a family, you got kids, right? Say you're making $60,000 working in some factory, right? I'm the owner of the factory. I went out and started this company with my hard-earned dollars, came up, and now I got 300 employees, right? Who deserves a tax cut? The guy with the 300 employees or the guy that has the family that makes $65,000? I didn't show this as a favorite question. I didn't paint it. I didn't make it tilted. See, your belief system, black people's belief system is that the guy that makes $65,000 deserves a tax cut. Whereas, they don't get it. Me, the way I think, the guy that owns that damn company deserves the damn tax cut because he provides the jobs into the economy, which benefits more people. You get what I'm saying? If you really thinking like that. See, that's how I think. People that think, when I hear you say tax cuts for the rich, ain't got nothing to talk. When I heard, that's why I never could click with Obama, ever. Just at his ideological beliefs were juxtaposed to what I believe in. I believe in business. I really am a damn hustler. Like, I really believe that. Like, when you hear my songs and you hear me, my videos, and I be like, nigga like me, man, I love the game, love the hustle. That's me. That's what I am. So when I hear a guy like Barack Obama, he needs to pay his fair share. He needs to pay his fair share. I want to slap, man, let me tell you, I couldn't stand his ass. I didn't like him because of that. So my thing is, anybody that provides jobs, the guy who provides the most jobs deserves the tax cut, people. Black people, that might not be your ass, but you need to start getting out here providing jobs. See what I'm saying? So let me get this straight, because basically what I'm doing in that economy then is rewarding productivity. See, I reward productivity. A guy that's making $60,000, he's productive, but he ain't as productive as a guy that owns a corporation. And see, that's why, let me tell you a little dirty little secret about the way government work anyway. Because see, black folks play the game backwards, man. We really do. Let me tell you something. We'll be out here and see the same people that'll say they ain't Democrat will argue me down about this, but I'm gonna tell you the truth. All right, so there are black people who will start. We'll go out here and we'll be talking about, man, so and so need to pay more taxes. He making this much money, he can afford it, right? So the government might hit him for 50% of his money. He ain't gonna miss it. That's 50%. See, let me tell you something, guys. I'm gonna tell y'all a little secret. Poor people are selfish too. This sister, no, she's singing right here. That sister can go. Anyway, all right, so that person will be like, yeah, man, you know, so-and-so need to pay more taxes, man. That ain't right. Guys, niggas in government are selfish, dog. Black folks act like the only person that can be selfish is a businessman or business owner. I had a guy yesterday put in my comment section, well, you know, these guys are for tax cuts for the rich. I don't really get mad about no tax cuts for the rich. Sorry, I don't. And then when I say I had a homeboy, me and him used to get into it, right? Because when Obama came around, he started talking about that. Now, he used to be a conservative. He voted for Bush, all that. And then Obama came, he switched, right? So me and him used to argue all the time. And he said he was one of the ones that said some of the same points I'm making. Then when Obama came, he was like, no, man, no, you know, he told me one time, he said, you'll never be a millionaire. Why you care about them raising? I like, see, I see you got that slave nigga mentality. Crab in the barrel ass. That sounds like some crab in the barrel slave. That's why we don't fuck with each other no more. You know what I'm saying? Because he believe that shit. He thinks like that. You know what I'm saying? This nigga told me, he said, man, you ain't gonna ever have all that money. So why you care about them raising taxes on the rich? You ain't gonna have that money. That's what he told me. This is the mentality of a lot of niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas think like that. You feel me? Damn. The seat went back. And that's the mentality of a lot of them. No, man, I ain't gonna ever have that money. So I don't care if they take 50% of, if you make over $500,000, they taking 50% of your money. Fuck it. That's cool. So I'm gonna tell you who gonna pay that $500,000. Or half of that money. Who's gonna really pay 50%? People that can't hire a tax attorney. So who's gonna really pay those taxes, guys? The dude that's gonna pay the taxes is the person that's probably not as savvy around business. See, guys, let me tell you something. If I give each and every last one of you $100 million right now, how many of y'all gonna pay $50 million? You know what I'm saying? Show me that. What's up, Elwood? What's up, what? Show me how many people are gonna pay. Show me if I give you $100 million, how many of y'all gonna pay? I ain't seen nobody come in. Ain't nobody saying that. Ain't nobody. Come on, man. You gotta pay your fair share, right? Show me if you got $100 million. Show me who gonna get a government $50 million. You a damn lie. Ain't nobody gonna get. Ain't nobody. Right. What you gonna do? You gonna hire the tax attorney? You gonna hire that accountant? And your ass is gonna pay $3 million in taxes, and you ain't gonna feel no guilt, are you? How many of y'all feel guilty if you don't pay your fair share? Huh? See how hypocritical black folks is. So we'll sit out here and bitch about tax cuts for the rich. But if I ask every year, I know people right now be filing $20,000 on their taxes and they making 50 and 60, but they don't want to report it. Look, poor people can be selfish too, people. I'll move my money around and look for tax loopholes. Exactly. That's the way, that's human nature. Ain't nobody finna just go, because we all know that the government is the most inefficient charity there is. So when I hear people talk this shit about how they want to be Republican, I mean, they not Democrat, and they're more conservative. I got conservative values too, But then when you talk to their ass and you see, because I got people I done talked to that done told me that shit, then they went out yesterday and voted for that damn gay activist mayor we got in there. See what I'm saying? They put his ass in there. That shit pissed me off. But you can't control nigga. I can't control them. But I'm like, nigga, don't call me ever again talking about you conservative. Don't lie like that. You went and voted this nigga in. And half these folks, when I said the dude was a gay activist, they didn't even know. They didn't even know that this dude was a gay activist that they just voted in. I ain't saying he's gay. I'm saying he's a gay activist. He's an ideologue, which is worse. See, what is an ideologue? Somebody who's more principled. It's not about okay, well, what can I get? What can I negotiate? And no. There are certain ideals and principles that I live by. Like for Barack Obama, LGBT was an ideal for him. It was a principle that he chose to live by. See what I'm saying? That's what he believed in. And when it comes to no, I don't really buy stocks like that. I really do investments that I really know. You know what I'm saying? Tax codes are based on business development. Exactly. So black people, why aren't you running a business? That's what I want to hear. You know what I'm saying? There are levels to hypocrisy. Whether people work minimum wage or make millions, it's the same principle. You just have less to lose. That's it. My thing is, guys, at the end of the day, why? And actually, I ain't gonna even say that because actually it's commensurate a lot of times with the government. The only time is if you're making below poverty. If you're making like below 30,000, then you probably don't really care. But somebody making 50, 60,000, oh, they feeling that shit. Come on, some of y'all know. Tell me you don't feel that every week when they hit your ass in that check. They hitting your check for say 85% of your check. Is that fair? Yes, he molding pro LGBT. Stephen Reed is molding pro LGBT, LBG, whatever the hell it is. He's molding that. Stephen Reed is an activist. Stephen Reed was out. My brother has been all over the state of Alabama. He was fighting, and Stephen Reed was fighting Roy Moore, Judge Roy Moore. He was fighting him. Yes, Stephen Reed is an activist. He's a gay activist. Now I think he's married. I know he's married with children, but he is a gay activist. If you know what the true definition of that word means. Not that he's gay, that I know of. I ain't gonna say he ain't. I don't really know. So when it comes to government, guys, I think that's one of the biggest issues with black people that I have a problem with. We think that government's supposed to fix everything for us. And you feel that, thank you, sister. You feel that little $40,000, $50,000 check. You getting a check for $800 and they hit your ass, you bring home $575. You're like, damn. I thought I was gonna have a big check. I done worked 55 hours this week. And I get my damn check, they done hit my ass for, damn. You're like, shoot, I might well work 40 hours. I never do overtime again. Why work overtime? You bust your ass, you feel like you lived in the damn company. You get home and look at your check and they done hit your ass for a bigger chunk. Greedy. The government greedy too. Think about if you took that money home. What if that government wasn't hitting you for 25% of your check every week? See what I'm saying? Lonnie, what's up with your boy? Lonnie, what? Tell them they don't know nothing about this right here, dude. They don't know nothing about that, dude. Jack Lee, here we go. Another super. See, that's a Democrat. Y'all look at Jack Lee. That's a Democrat right there. That's a Democrat. That's the Democrat right there. You know what I'm saying? Trump is pro LGBT too. So Trump, I'm not the Trump supporter. What the? Excuse me. I know we listen to gospel music, but I got to get into this nigga for a second. Nigga, did I tell your ass I was a pro-Trump? Did I even mention Trump on this damn poll? Did I mention that? Damn, you see how stupid these niggas is? Be coming out here telling me, oh, so you pro, so Trump is pro. I didn't say nothing about Trump. I didn't vote for Trump. I wasn't pro-Trump, nigga. I'm telling you to stop being a hypocrite, nigga. You a Democrat. And you just saying that to feel good about your damn self. They just voted a gay, I don't know if Trump was a gay activist now. I know Trump did a deal with the homosexuals. I know he did a deal with them and they mad at him right now because of that shit. Because he said he's going to do something and didn't do it. But yeah, he took a picture with them in the gay flag and shit. Like, I remember that. Come on, man. Damn, niggas coming in the comment section. Like, stop it. Stop. Damn. Lack of accomplishment. Laziness equals lack of accomplishment. Jealousy of he that wins, hatred. In this case, hatred of the rich. Look at that run on sentence. LOL. Okay, fit girlism. You must got a fitness channel. I'm gonna go check you out. I like to see me a black woman with a fitness channel. But anyway, let me say this right here, man. This song here, boy. This take me back. This remind me of my dad right here. Yeah, that's a gay flag. They took the gay flag, man. They took the damn all the rain colors of the rainbow. You can't wear rainbow no more. When I was a kid, you could wear rainbow colors. It wasn't no big deal. Now the gay flag, they just took that over. You can't wear nothing with a rainbow on it no more. You have to slap the shit out of somebody if you got on. Hell, man, you can't wear like I remember you used to go wear like rainbow belts and hats. And you can't wear that shit no more. You have to slap five for one because they gonna think you down with the team. You one of the children, as they call, one of the churn. That's what they say. Oh, so and so one of the churn. Like you got to be ready to slap one of them jokers, man. But that's the thing, guys. I think a lot of people, black people, you've been fed a lot of principles and dogma as it pertains to government policies and money and stuff like that. And you really righteously are got a crab in the barrel mentality about wealth. We do. Black people have a natural crab in the barrel mentality when it comes to black people and money. When it comes to money, like we are quick to say that the government should go and take something from somebody because we're not used to accustomed to owning and controlling anything. So the minute that a black person gets their hands on $2, the black person, the rainbow was a Christian symbol. I think so too. Yep, I think they did that. See, that's some deep game right there, sister. You know what that means? That's some deep game. That tell you what they're about right there. There you go. But I'm gonna tell you something, man. Q497. You must be a Q. But let me tell you this, man. Like a lot of black people, what we'll do is we'll sit in shame of the government and say the government needs so and so needs to pay. They doing tax cuts for the rich. I don't blame them. You know what your ass need to do? Let me tell you what you need to do. Let me tell you what you need to do, sister. People, this is what you need to do. Go out here and flip your house. Go out here, invest in the stock market. Go out here, first of all, invest in education before you do anything. Go out here and get it. The reason that you think like you do and you doing the things and saying the things that you're saying is because your ass ain't investing with nothing. You don't invest worth nothing. You're not out here trying to get it like that. You should be glad that they passing tax cuts because you yourself should be and get some of them benefits, but you're not. Independent party, Tom. Here we go, brother. You love to take the opposing argument. Some people like to be contrarian just to do it. Brother. You love to take the opposing argument. Some people like to be contrarian just to do it. Let's see. I didn't say be an independent party. I'm not saying be loyal to no damn Democrat. Okay, so what he's saying, let's follow Tom's logic. So the Republicans are racist. I'm sure Tom's never gonna vote Republican. Ever, right? Ever. The Democrat Party could be devil worshippers, Luciferians. The Democrat Party could be devil worshippers, Luciferians. I hear talking about they gonna kill little black boys. He gonna ever vote Republican because they racist, right? But Democrat, so it's like you got to go into this situation. What did Stokely Carmichael say? We are tired of voting for evil men. We're not gonna support. What did Stokely Carmichael say? We are tired of voting for evil men. We're not gonna support evil anymore. That's me. I'd rather your ass not vote at all. I'm one of them niggas. Sorry. I'm one of them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Don't vote. Sorry. I'm one of them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Don't vote at all. I'd rather your ass stay home than go and fuck up and put a nigga in like Stephen Reed, a damn gay activist that's about to pump all that evil shit into our kids. I'd rather Democrats lose elections because then they're going to be like, oh shit, we might have to do something for these people. We might have to, man, they don't need black people. Okay. Don't vote for them then. That's all I'm saying, black folk. Check out Blue Collar's Logic video on stigma. When there was a shame in a lack of resources, less people were content in being in that condition. Yeah. That's it. No part is for the benefit of black. Okay, Tommy. Brother, let me explain something to you, brother. That's not how politics is supposed to work. It's not supposed to be for the benefit of anybody. But if the person who has the nicest purse, the person who can, on a state and federal and local level, aggregate for their own special interests. That's the way government works. That's why you see dumb shit like Solyndra when what's his face got in office. right? What's the name of that company? Solyndra. And they tried to get a deal through under Bush and they couldn't get it. And Solyndra went to both John McCain and Barack Obama. They played the game. And they played both sides of the argument. Sound familiar? Both sides of the argument. And then whichever way it went, they was going to get what they wanted. Barack Obama got in. They got $1 billion like a couple of weeks later. Then they shut down about 3 months later. Their ass was out of business and just got $1 billion. They raped the people. Black folks, we act like we can't evolve and learn how government work, man. You know what I'm saying? The parties aren't supposed to be for us. It is up to us to use them for our benefit. Exactly. Guys, let me tell you something about government. I want you, when you come, okay, Tommy, okay, no problem. Damn, Tommy, it'd be like me and you be about to go at it, man. My bad, brother. I apologize. But let me say this. Like, a lot of times, guys, when you come to a government situation or circumstance, you need to look at it like a negotiation table. And you need to assume everybody at that fucking table hates your guts and don't like your ass. That's what you need to assume. That they don't like you. They don't want to have, if they could stab you and kill you, they will. Right? That's what you need to think. That they are Klansmen. I'm talking about the Democrats. Because for some reason, when black folks get to the table with Democrats, we think the Democrats got our back and they like us. If the Republicans are racist. That's the only real, like, if black inferiority was part of the Republican platform, I'd be right in lockstep with your ass. That's not it. No parties like that. Republicans will fuck with you. Democrats will fuck with you if you got your game tight, if you got your shit together. Black people don't have their shit together. And I'm not talking about organized with some little nebulous shit, pie in the sky, shit that nobody ever really quantifies and outlines. Because whenever we talk about anything, yeah, that's right, man. Black people need to work together. We need to organize. Organize how? Show me exactly what you mean. Step one, go. Like, nobody can do that. I get tired of hearing that. Well, we need to control our economy. How? That's not step one. How do you get to controlling your economy? That's a powerful thing you just said. How do you get there? Thank you. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? You can't control the economy in a community, guys, without first understanding. First of all, principles. You know what I'm saying? There's no need for blacks to argue about what party to support. Yeah, I'm not arguing about what party to support, but guys, we support 97% of one party. That is a problem. I think it's a problem when black people vote 97% blindly for one party. I think that's a problem. That's a problem. It ain't like black people just like, screw it. I'm just gonna see who's gonna give me the most, which I'm not gonna support one. We can't say what you just said, brother, with all due respect. We can't say that and then turn around and go vote 97% Democrat and don't nobody got nothing to say. And we will see as this is hurting us. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's it. All you need is money. I agree. You know what I'm saying? I'm like Dr. Claude Anderson with that. Money. Politics is run by money. You know what I'm saying? I would agree if we didn't support one party blindly. There you go, Doug. There you go. No party deserves complete loyalty without doing anything to our benefit. That's why I got a problem. That's why you don't see me up here. And it sounds like to a lot of people, what you hear is, he's trying to make me be Republican. He's trying to make me be Republican. I ain't trying to make you be nothing. I'm trying to make you think and not go and blindly walk into a polling station and click Democrat every damn year. You've been doing, there's not one time you ever voted Republican for anything on a state, federal, local level. Most black people are like that. You could just look. Whenever it's a Democrat election where it's like the Democrats have the momentum, you could just about bet your bottom dollar. That's why a lot of stuff got done when Barack Obama was in that first time in 2008. That was why the Democrats were so powerful. Because it was a black man. You know how many times the media would put a camera up to somebody that, man, I ain't never voted in my life, but it's a black man on there. I'm finna vote. Like that, it was no rhyme or reason to it. Motherfuckers ain't have no shame. They was saying it straight out. Yeah, man, I'm finna go vote, man. It's a black man in there. It's a black man in there. Like, do y'all know what this nigga about? And he a Democrat. I like him. What's his slogan? Change you can believe in. What does that mean? Change how? Thank you. Yes, we can. What you can do? What? Win the election? Yeah, okay. You won the election. Then what? Don't nobody know. You know what I'm saying? Look like to me, we got shafted under Obama. If you ask me, that well, he's secretly a Republican out here. That's why he's saying that. Don't listen to him. He a Republican. I'm just calling out the hypocrisy of the black community. There are a million black people out here that love to claim they independent, love to claim they not a Democrat. I ain't with neither party. And then you vote 97% of our asses supporting one party. That means it's something ain't matching up. Either somebody lying and putting up a facade and needs to be called out, or somebody just go ahead and just say it. I'm a Democrat. Why? Because I'm black. Like, I'm gonna tell you something, man. My homeboy wife is a judge, right? So my homeboy, he's sick with them clippers too. He can cut. So he was cutting my hair one time. I met her. She real mean too. I ain't gonna say it. She mean as hell. My homeboy wife meaner than a motherfucker in Montgomery, black chick. And every time I see her, she walk around like she ready to cuss somebody out, right? One of them types. So she was talking to me, and I said, you and all. She said, yeah. I said, I said, what party are you? She said, what party am I? I'm black, ain't I? That's what she said. I kid you not. I couldn't believe she said that. She's like, I'm black, ain't I? I was like, oh, okay. Like let me say something. Black Patriarch had a video. Guys. There's a movie brought out in 1913 called Birth of a Nation. The old birth, not the one that I'm mad at because black folks didn't support. Not that one from 2016. The one from 1913. Woodrow Wilson played in the White House, right? And what happened in that movie, at the beginning scene of it, they showed all of these black politicians that were elected during the Reconstruction era. And they were making a mockery of. Now, them people wasn't nothing like that from what I read. They were actually very productive black folks. But what I'm saying is those people they showed them in the White House, in Congress, fighting, cussing, acting a fool. This was 100 years ago. They was making a mockery of what black politicians would be, right? Black Patriarch had a video. I don't even know if his channel's still up because I've been looking for it. So what happened was he had okay, Q4, I got you in a second, brother. I got you in a second because that's not true. So anyway, he messed around and he got in there, man, and he was, I'm sorry. After the movie came out, fast forward about 75, 80, 90 years and look at the city of Detroit. And it's exactly, and that's what Black Patriarch was talking about with black politicians and how they screw black people. It was a video he did about black politicians. And it was exactly what he said. I mean, it was horrible, bro. Now, if you go to Black Patriarch channel, you have to read the videos and stuff like that. But it's exactly what he said. They was in there fighting, cussing, stealing. And that's exactly what's going on with a lot of these black politicians. You know what I'm saying? So let me read Q497's comment. He said Barack Obama couldn't do anything because we had Republican Senate and the Republican controlled House during his administration. What could he do? Poor Barack Obama. I'm not pro-Obama, but let's tell the truth about the situation. Okay, brother, let me say something. Barack Obama had the House and the Senate in 2008. First thing he did when he got in there was force through that piece of shit ass health care bill. And Nancy Pelosi and John Lewis walked down with that big ass gavel like they said this is a life-changing piece of legislation. He had free reign to do whatever he had. He had all the political capital when he first got in. The first move of the day should have been to do something to help the people that got his ass in there, which was us. No white people got him in. See, that's the dumbest shit you want to believe. It's a lot of Democrats that supported Barack Obama, okay? White people, it's a lot of white folks that gonna vote Democrat anyway. It's a lot of stupid white folks. That just is, right? They just gonna do that no matter what, right? So when Obama got up there, the people that the reason he won like he did against John McCain was because there had been an overwhelming, even the polls had it closer. There was an overwhelming outpouring of black people who had never voted. So when they did their polling numbers, they thought that Barack Obama was going to win in a decent little small margin. He was up just a couple of points. Barack Obama just coasted into the White House. He had a mandate from the people of the United States, a black man, right? This is what happened. It's funny how people got this revisionist history. Like he never had the House and the Senate the first 2 years, right? He gets in, he ignores our ass for 2 full years, didn't say nothing. Then they took the House. He still had the Senate. They took the House in 2010. Then they was still up there. He hung on and he lost it finally in 2000. What was it? 2014. He lost the Senate. So he had one of them for at least 6, and the other one he had both of them for 2. He had a super majority one time. No, he ain't getting that. And of course, some of you guys probably actually might think that Obamacare was good. So I'm not even gonna go into that. I'm just telling you what it turned out to be. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Politicians follow who put their most money behind them. It is true, sir. Okay. Democrats and Republicans embrace neo-capitalism, which creates massive wealth inequality. Neither party wants to address the issue. There is no longer a middle class. This is my mindset. I don't think the universe is gonna have wealth equality. There's never gonna be wealth equality. And I'm glad, because there's never gonna be effort equality. Everybody ain't putting out the same effort, so somebody gonna get further along than somebody else. Everybody doesn't deserve to get the results you get and I get in certain instances. If I outwork you if I'm working hard and I'm doing certain things, I deserve more. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I actually am. I don't give the middle class all this super credit like the middle class isn't selfish. Like the people the middle class, the fact that you're making $50,000, $60,000 a year doesn't mean that you're a better person than somebody that owns a company. Both of you are people. Both of you are part of the economy. Actually, I would think a more integral part of the company is the guy who provides the job. We can always find somebody to replace somebody in the middle class job. There's a lot of times that skilled and low skilled labor jobs that these people are making 50, 60,000, like factory jobs. You find somebody to come get a factory job. Find somebody to start a company, start a Fortune 500 company and be able to, create the next Apple. Find another Steve Jobs. That's rare. I'm not a big Steve Jobs fan at all, believe that. But I do remember and respect his business acumen and how he was able to start businesses and do things like that and create a lot of stuff. Yep, Obama took care of gays and Hispanics. He did a lot of gay stuff, even if it didn't give a damn about nobody, and did stuff for gays and the Hispanics. Didn't care about nobody's feelings, didn't care about what people had to say. Yep, he played us like Sega, never voted for him. Good point for you, brother. Hey, bro, what's your email again? Sub03639@gmail.com. Gay people's put them in there. True. That's it. So, guys, like I said, when it comes to politics, man, black people are not very sophisticated, and we tend to get played a lot of times with platitudes and with emotionalism. A lot of people giving us emotional arguments, and we're not able to identify when somebody's giving us something that's strictly emotion based. Says politicians are bought and paid. LMAO, put my money up and policy done, but black people don't have capital. There's no such thing as free. Facts. I agree with wealth inequality is innate to the universe. I'm saying the massive wealth inequality is due to runaway capitalism. Americans work too long and hard to be living paycheck to paycheck. Okay, truth as I know it. And I respect you, brother. Let's think. Okay, so work too long and too hard to be living paycheck to paycheck. Let me think about that. All right, so Americans work too long and hard to be living paycheck to paycheck. I don't know, brother. Whose fault is that? I don't think that's because when you say runaway capitalism, you mean corporatism, which I'm against as well. When you basically use the government to cheat and create an unfair, competitive advantage, then yeah, I'm against that too. But if you're telling me that runaway capitalism is just somebody that's out there trying to sell something for a profit, I'm not. I'm more of an Atlas Shrugged type guy. I'm more of an Ayn Rand. I don't have a problem with a guy that's making money. You know what I'm saying? I'm not anti-money making. I'm anti-corporatism. I'm anti creating an unfair advantage, competitive advantage against, your competitor. In fact, I'm for ease of entry into the market for competitors, so so Walmart ain't just the only competitor. I think the more competition you introduce into a market, the better off it is for the consumer. So if Walmart's my only store, they can jack the price up. I just got to take it. But if I got 30, 40 people out there that's selling the same thing, Walmart gonna have to come down and try to outprice these people, which is what they do, right? But if you got so many different people selling it, Walmart ain't finna run nobody out of business. I'm for the small guy getting a fair shake at stuff, fair. And so I want to make the threshold of going into business as easy as possible. So if you call it Walmart a runaway capitalism, Walmart is just making a profit. I think the problem with Walmart, where I would feel like I wouldn't use Walmart, I would use Comcast as an example of runaway capitalism. And Comcast has done a lot of different things to hinder competition from them. Comcast has. And so if I want to get a cable bill, they got damn near 85%, 80% of the market. They say 88% is a monopoly. They're at like 80 some odd percent. That's a company that's runaway capitalism. When it comes to buying some shit, Walmart is a big corporation, but a lot of the commerce out here, now I'm gonna tell you what Walmart did. They got rid of the toy stores. And I think they coming back. They need to, because I don't like Walmart's toy selection at all. I don't. It's small. It's like 3 aisles. It's whack. I miss the toy store. Yeah, I miss going into Toys R Us and taking my boy in there and letting them go have a fit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I miss, man. They done ruined it. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with Walmart like that. Now, are there certain things that Walmart do, certain practices that somebody probably say, hey, we don't need Walmart doing this, so we need to try to put some checks and balances in to hinder them from doing this. Like they might do they'll sell some shit at a major loss just to fuck you up, right? Which is capitalism. But that's what Republicans, they protect large corporations. I just see another side of the same coin. Okay, so I'm not protecting a large corporation. And guys, what makes you think? So you telling me that the Democrats are for the little guy? See, this is the shit I'm talking about. Like, guys, the Democrats are not for your ass. Democrats are for the corporation too. If you don't know that, I tell you what, the next Democrat in, tell his ass to go get rid of Lockheed Martin, tell his ass to go get rid of Boeing, tell his ass to go get rid of United Defense and watch his ass get shot. That's what they gonna shoot his ass. Because and I know, there's no such thing as the little guy getting looked out for. The Democrat Party guys, I can't stand Bill Maher. Bill Maher during the Democrat and RNC National Convention, right? They had both of the conventions. And what happened was, Bill Maher was outside a tent, saw this company, right? I forget the name of the company, whoever it was. Next thing you know, Bill Maher goes a couple of weeks later. He's outside of the RNC convention. It's the same damn company, same tent, same everything. Guys, you have been trained to think a certain way when it comes to major corporations. You know why? Because that's boogeyman. Corporations are protected by 500 years of tax code, guys. Corporations go back to Christopher Columbus. You ain't finna stop them anyway. That's number one. Number two, do I make excuses? I just sat up here and said, look, small corporations, small companies I said I'm for ease of free market. I don't want it being hindered. See, what corporations do, this is what they do. It's called corporatism. That's not capitalism. What they'll do is they'll go and they'll hire a lobbyist. And for example, in the state of Ohio, they was gonna pass a law for weed, right? That could sell weed in the whole state of Ohio. Why? Because niggas like me and you couldn't get in the weed game in Ohio. They was gonna cut our ass out. Now you can say those big corporations, that's not capitalism, that's corporatism. You basically hindered competition. Taxi companies, when Uber was coming in, they kind of lost that battle. But taxi companies fought Uber and didn't want Uber to come in because they wanted to keep a monopoly on taxis. If you could take a taxi and get rid of, if you can't get Uber, taxis would dominate. But Uber opened it up for the consumer, so now I can get all the way across town for $20. A taxi would have cost my ass $70. See the difference? That because you made it easy for the small little guy to get in. See, that is a conservative principle, guys. When I say conservative, I didn't say corporatism. Those are two different things, and both parties are corporatists. Both parties support corporatism, fascism. Both parties do. One party supports it in big government programs and giving their contracts out to small private companies like Solyndra, and the other party supports it with big companies and looking out for Halliburton. They both do. I'm not supporting that, but I am for capitalism. I don't see nothing wrong. I don't think that's capitalism. Free market capitalist. I'm a free market, ease of entry capitalist. That's what I believe in. And I still think that that's more Republican than Democrat, what I just said. Democrats invented neo-capitalism, Milton Friedman. Okay. All right. One of my issues on the conservative side is they want to privatize everything: prisons, hospitals, education, and the military. Why is that a problem? Private education actually is better for black folks. Prisons, I mean, if we have privatized education, that'll fix a lot of these privatized prisons, to be honest with you. Because they shouldn't have prisons for profit. Well, look at it this way. Your ass won't you won't go to prison if you got a strong education. Think about a lot of that shit is intertwined. I don't see nothing wrong with privatization. We've been told to hate privatization because, see, what happens is the teachers union has paid people like Cornel West and all them to demonize the word privatization. So that means now we regurgitate this stuff and don't really think it through. No, privatization is actually good. It helps black people in a lot of regards. Look at what happened when they deregulated the phone company. My mom used to have $250 phone bills for my sister who lived in Atlanta. Now you can get a house phone for $20 a month. They deregulated, right? They did, what else did they do? They deregulated our gas. I remember gas used to be way higher than what it is. We got options now. You can get 2 and 3 gas companies. Anything when you deregulate it and stop it from coming from one source like that, it helps the consumer. See what I'm saying? Most of the time. So when it comes to education, that's a great thing. If you change education, now the military is already privatization. The military was privatized damn near 70 years ago. Remember Dwight D. Eisenhower talked about the military industrial complex. I agree with that, but I mean, hell, you talking about the Federal Reserve did that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's a conservative issue. And in fact, I don't think that's I think I do. Some of the things they say run by the people that for profit has caused a loss of havoc. Okay, so like what? You finna say prison, ain't you? If I privatize education, how many brothers will sell drugs? If what's up, John? If a lot of brothers if we had black boys in schools and we were teaching these boys about how to wear suits and how to code and how to do math and how to do all this shit, right? How many of those brothers will wind up in prison? Huh? Durable goods? Holla at me on that one. How many brothers, if we privatize education for black kids, right? And I'm talking about what black people can teach their own kids. We can have our own schools. Why would that hurt us? You are a Southern conservative and I'm a West Coast liberal, but I think we agree way more than we disagree. And your logic is definitely sound. Hey, respect, brother. Shout out to you, bro. Y'all need to go subscribe to Truth As I Know It. That's a damn smart ass brother. I didn't know you was a liberal. Damn, man, I don't fuck with you no more. Don't forget about all the financial calamities that have been caused by deregulation. Okay, so now we're getting into Glass-Steagall. Okay, so now you're getting into government intervention in the first place. Half that stuff you talking about now was created by the government. Half, like the housing bubble caused by the government. The government did that. Came in and said, hey, guys, you got to start lending to certain people that don't qualify because of redlining, which, I mean, it was real and they was being racist, but they swung the pendulum way too far and we got the housing bubble, which wiped black people out of a lot of wealth. Because there was a time where black people had 1/10 the wealth of whites. We cut the damn wealth gap in half in a few years, in 8 to 10 years. From the 90s up until like right before 2006, 2007, up in there, man. It was like 1/8 or some shit like that. It was real high. Classic liberalism is a kind of libertarianism today, or at least its closest comparisons. Greed was the culprit. Nonsense. See, that's what I'm talking about. I can sit here and I can go get it and show you specifically where under Clinton certain laws were changed. Bush did actually supported a lot of that stuff, and both parties came out, and then the housing bubble happened. And then when it happened, everybody blamed Bush or blamed Clinton. Everybody kind of picking sides and stuff like that. But it started because of redlining. I'm telling you what happened. And when they had redlining, it switched. They changed it and they lowered it. That's why you could get loans at 125% loan to value. I was trying to do real estate back then. I don't know how old you are. I'm telling you what it is. You see what I'm saying? I think we just need to take each issue on its own merit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think nonsense, greed was the culprit is a problem, bro. Yeah, greed was the culprit, but I'm gonna be honest with you, and I know this is gonna sound real fucked up, but it's the truth. Ain't nobody tell your ass to go out there and get a mortgage on a house that you couldn't afford. Nobody ever tells Americans this. Let me go ahead and go there for a second. People need to hear this shit. If you took your ass out there and bought a 5-year adjustable rate mortgage and that bitch was 2% and you thought for 40 years you're going to be paying 2%, you gone. You signed the paperwork. And then what the government did, the government never, we blame the politicians, but nobody sat and said, we blame politicians, we blame Wall Street, which is some boogeyman, some mystical boogeyman. Nobody actually went to jail for that shit, right? But they said, yeah, Wall Street. Okay, who? Who specifically are we talking about? Oh, well, let's go to Goldman Sachs and see who wrote them checks. See, now you talking about something. See, now you talking about putting somebody in the jail. That's not what happened. Because they didn't blame the people that signed. The people were greedy for trying to get too much house too. If I tell you, hey man, I'm finna loan you, I can loan you money to buy a Lamborghini. Now you know in your damn mind, let's say I give you a thing, hey man, I give you a Lamborghini. The mortgage for 12 months, the car note for 12 months is going to be $75, right? And then it's going to adjust. How many people will go buy a Lamborghini? It will be a lot of people. Is that not greed? Is that not greed? Somebody talk to me about that. Don't ignore the fact that the derivatives that were allowed to package and sell was a serious issue. I know about derivatives. That was a product that was created. But where did those products, how were they even created in the first place? How did you get those subpar loans that sat into these big derivatives and was sold out? How did you even get a bunch of them? Greed. Motherfuckers wanted more house than they could afford. American consumerism created that shit too. People want to always talk about, ain't no thing, man. Shout out to you. People want to always talk about, well, the Wall Street bankers, this and the wall, which is true. But it also was the American consumer overspending, buying houses that they could not afford. Your ass, you knew damn well you couldn't afford no damn $500,000 house, your ass making $70,000. But you went out there and did that shit anyway, didn't you? You had a lot of stupid motherfuckers out here trying to be speculators, buying houses in up markets that's going up, because that's what happened in California. A lot of millionaires were made in California because you could buy a property. My brother was living out there in Irvine, right? He had a property he wanted for $400,000. By the time he moved back to Alabama when my dad died, that property was $1.3 million. He regretted. He's like, man, I should have bought that house. I'd have been straight. I'd have made $1 million. That's what happened. A lot of those people sold their houses out there in Cali, out there in Vegas. And they started coming down here in Georgia, buying 5 or 6 houses, sight unseen. I was in the middle of that shit. See what I'm saying? So I know for a fact it was greed, but it was greed by the people that created those derivatives to sell them to municipalities. It was also greed on part of the consumer to buy more shit than they could afford, which is the American way. That's why most Americans are in credit card debt right now, because they too damn greedy. Most people are, and but we think it's always the middle class that's the good guy, and it's just these evil rich. The same shit. Same argument. Evil rich, Wall Street, evil rich, some boogeyman guy that you never met, somebody, we don't have no name to him. How about the motherfucker that bought the damn 30% adjustable rate mortgage in 5 years and thought his ass was gonna be able to pay that house off? Then when the bitch went up, he didn't want to pay for it, right? Fucked the economy up and got mad when they bailed out the banks, which they shouldn't have done, right? I'm not for that either. When they did TARP under Bush and Obama, I thought that was bullshit. That's what I'm saying. Everybody fucked it up. It wasn't just like when people talk about that housing thing that took place, guys, that was not just Wall Street. Wall Street just got the money and left. And they the ones that raped that when the market failed, The Big Short, y'all seen that movie, the Big Short, when the market failed, that money didn't just evaporate. Somebody shorted the market and put that bitch in their pocket. See, this helps create that wealth inequality. See what I'm saying? That's where the wealth inequality came from. Because people shorted the market. You know what a short is, right? You put your money into these, like, say, for example, your 401k, right? You drop your money in the 401k. In the morning, the price of Delta is $100, right? You go and you put $100 in there, you buy the share, you rent it, you lease it, right? Later on in the day, it then went down to $70. You take the 70, you still got 100 now. Wait a minute. Yeah, you bought it you got it at 100, sold it back. You got the $30 spread at 5 o'clock. So that $30 you get to keep. That's called shorting. You see what I'm saying? That's what happened. It's all about enslavement and manipulation. Well, it's business, it's capitalism. The whole economy is built on it. I'm not even mad at it. It's the ecosystem we live in. And black people, you need to educate yourself and understand. When I saw them Wall Street, Occupy Wall Street folks out there complaining, I'm like, your dumb ass went to school and majored in basket weaving. Now you want somebody to pay your student loans. Let me tell you something. You ain't gonna ever see me sitting outside protesting about some shit I signed up to do. I signed up to do it. That's what I felt like. It's this generation of just whiny, like we whine too damn much, and we always vote and project. We always project morality on poor people that make dumb choices. And we always want to act like they the innocent. Nobody holds the middle class accountable for the dumb shit they do. Nobody tell your ass to go get in all that debt. You wasn't in debt, you wouldn't have no problem. You wouldn't be bitching. See what I'm saying? You could take $50,000 a year and live comfortably. If you live in paycheck to paycheck, why? So somebody making $45,000, $50,000 after college, that's a lot of money, right? For a kid fresh out of college, that's pretty good, $50,000. What do? What's the first thing a kid out of college is going to do? Buy a car, get an apartment, get some furniture. Okay. Then they're probably going to want to have some nice clothes. They got a girlfriend. They're going to take trips. See, money getting spent. Every year they pay you $45,000. You spending 50, right? So you getting $5,000 worth of credit card debt the first year, $5,000 worth. So in 5 years, you got $25,000 worth of credit card debt. You still got your student loans you got to pay for. Sorry, y'all. You still got your student loans you got to pay for. You still got, unfortunately, due to human nature, you cannot deregulate everything. You cannot do. I don't disagree with everything you espouse, but you can get emotional, and then it comes across as overselling it. Now, I ain't overselling it, man. I'm just in my car talking shit on my lunch break, bro. Overselling it. Now, I ain't overselling it, man. I'm just in my car talking shit on my lunch break, bro. That's all. That's all I'm doing. I'm just in my car talking shit, man. I ain't overselling it. I just really believe that at the end of the day, I think that black people have a fucked up view of politics. And I think we have a fucked up view of wealth and how government operates. I really do. And I think that we also are naive to think that somebody's going to come save us in the no politician's going to get into Washington, D.C. and be the president of the United States and some major corporation ain't already talk to them. That just ain't finna happen, man. So we need to stop talking like that's not going to happen. So what other choices do we have? Because that's not a choice. That's not an option. Nobody's looking out for the middle class. They're going to all say they're going to look out for the middle class. But at the end of the day, why don't the middle class look out for the middle class? Why don't you get out of debt? You know what I'm saying? That's people who are in a bad situation in life and then go and have 5 kids and complain about not being able to take care of them. Money talks. Facts. That is the most. That's factual. I thank you. So I just, like I said, I just think when it comes down to it, yeah, the middle. I don't really feel sorry for the middle class because your ass need it's shit you need to do to fix it. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line, guys. There is not a 7 year period since the conception of the stock market where you would not have made money if you had just dropped your money in to the stock market, maxed out your 401k, right? If you had the crash happen in '08, you would have made damn near double your money by now. What have you done? You see what I'm saying? What did you do? Did you leave your money in there? Did you? Black folks ain't got no investment. We ain't got no retirement. We ain't got shit. We ain't got no life insurance. So I can't then for the life of me see why we defend fuckery like we do. Because we do. You know what I'm saying? The student loans is a whole nothing story, complete debt. Yeah, 9 times out of 10, yeah, student loans is a stupid investment. I got student loans. I didn't need them. I could have got out of college debt free. And I got student loans. You know what I'm saying? But it's a bad investment. If you let these conservatives run amok, they will they will sell everything. They will sell this entire country. Huh? Where you get that from? I'm saying small government. I'm saying independent conservatives. You should. Lord have mercy. Privatization has its benefits, guys. I know you've been taught that it doesn't. It does. Privatization is a good thing for black people in a lot of regards. It just is. I don't see how you can really durable goods. I don't see where you're really proving your point. To be honest with you, you just making points. You making these overarching points, and then when I get into the weeds, you stop talking and you go to another. Then you just make another point. I need you to defend one of them. Defend it with all due respect. I mean, we ain't arguing. And I'm just talking. I'm in my car talking shit. I'm finna take my ass back upstairs and go to work. But I just need you to explain to me how it works like that, because I don't see it like that. I don't. Show me how. That's what I'm saying. It's almost like she's saying Republican. Like I'm like I ain't got to go out and defend the shit Paul Ryan say. Shit ain't got nothing to do with Paul Ryan. I'm talking about me. I'm talking about the principles that I espouse: small government, pro family values, individual freedom and choice, ease of entry into the market as a free market capitalist. I want to see how that is equating to what you talking about. Those are two different things. I'm talking about what you talking about and what you're describing isn't okay. Okay, thank you. But that's what I'm saying. What you talking about isn't the same thing I'm talking about. So brother, sister, I can't tell what you are. Sorry. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. So I like I said, I want us to have a real substantive explanation or a tangible discussion about this where we can really come to some sort of resolution on that. Because to me, to be completely honest with you, I don't really see too much of a downside for black conservatism. I don't see too much. I really don't. I'm not saying I'm a lap boy for no damn party, be it Republican or Democrat. I call them out. I don't know if you were on here. I was calling them out about their racist stance on when black folks getting out here getting shot. You know what I'm saying? I said that's why I can't be a Republican. Then I turned around and talk about them in law enforcement and how unfair you can't be for law enforcement and then say you for individual freedom and liberty and then talk about a cop literally strips me of my individual freedom and liberty and it's taking me down a road. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't be for stop and frisk and then talk about you for the Constitution. Because that's by definition unconstitutional. That's unlawful search and seizure. So you know what I'm saying? You can't be for individual freedom and choice and rights, individual rights versus the state, and then support the state for violating my individual freedom and rights as a black man in America. That's you by definition ain't following your own code. You get what I'm saying? That's real. That's what I think. I don't think. Damn, I gotta move my car because my car in a handicap spot. But that's me. I see us as doing that too much. We do too much of that. We support shit that's fuckery when it comes down to the Republican Party and Democrats. So that's why I'm not a Republican like Anthony Brian Logan, some of those other guys. What's up, Marvin? You espouse certain principles, but do you agree with putting a price tag on everything? One day we will wake up and the entire country will be sold to the highest bidder. I mean, a lot of this shit need to be sold. To be completely honest with you, the education system is fucking black folks over. Why you wanna? Why would you want to keep an education system that's shitting on our kids? I'd rather we have our own private school profit. I'd rather go back, just get rid of the whole educational system. Send that shit to let the kids have to pay for school. I'd rather we do that. But let the parents have to pay. If I had to work a deal out, like right now, I'm training people for $400, right? And I'm training you in I just got a text from a student. He said he just went and aced the interview. Thank God. Hopefully he'll get the job. You know what I'm saying? One of my students, shout out to him. If I can do this in Lord willing, if I can make a living doing that, why not go here and support black people deciding to have their own schools? Black, African-centered schools for black kids that black people own, run, and control. Ain't no problem. We sold to China. That part right there, I ain't got shit to do with. That's a lot of these municipalities selling states and local levels and shit like that. That ain't just conservative though. To be honest with you, that's everybody. People act like Democrats ain't for sale either. This is what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. People act like the Democrats ain't selling shit either. Hey, wait a minute. What's his name? I forgot. What's his name? Some years back, when I was really heavy into politics, what's his name? I was listening to Sean Hannity, and they was talking about Obama sold the ports, security over the ports to China. I think China's over that for the New York. It was something like that. He sold that shit. He a Democrat. Why are you talking about conservatives? He's a liberal. He's a flaming liberal. You know what I'm saying? He's a flamboyantly liberal. What? You know what I'm saying? Are we gonna talk about that? We can't pick and choose and then say only the Republicans are selling or the conservatives are selling. No, as a whole, black folks ain't ready for paying for school just yet. What was we doing back when we got out of slavery? We was doing it. See, we think we can't function without government. That's a lie. First of all, if you get rid of school, property taxes would go up. You wouldn't even have to have property tax. There you go, right there. So the property tax money, a lot of that money that we paying for property tax can be spent towards paying for our own education system. And why we can't pay for education when we wearing $100 shoes? Hmm? Everybody in the hood got internet and cable, probably paying over $100 for a cell phone, for an Apple iPhone. But we can't pay for education? Uh-uh. I know people that got $200 cell phone bills that live in the hood. They can pay for education. These teachers ain't making half the money. Dude, let's think about it this way. If the average teacher got each parent per year, let's say that parent paid per year $3,000. Divided out, that's like what, $200, $250 a month, which ain't that much, right? $250 a month for your child to go to school. Actually, it's just 9 months, so it wouldn't even be that long. So, but let's say year round, that's $90,000 for a teacher. It's a lot of money, ain't it? You know what I'm saying? What if you pay certain to be better? That's it. Teachers ain't getting the money. Most of the education money goes to administration, guys. It just does. I'm glad you made the distinction between conservative and Republican. Oh well, I got to. I know exactly what you're talking about. I can't stand Paul Rand and all of them. You know, so that's just me. When I say I'm conservative, people think I support the police or something. Look at these jokers out here in the middle of the day. I might go and dog my damn self. Anyway, y'all have a good one, man. I'm about to take my butt in here and get it in. Get a little work done today. Let me see. Democrat and Republican. Looks good on paper, but go ahead and put it into practice in 2020 and see what happens. Let me say this right here. What looks good on paper? To my paying teachers, all you got to do is go and look at the Korean education system And there are teachers over in China that make millions of dollars a year. Not China, in Korea. You got school teachers coming out of college in America making $29,000, right? In Alabama. I think it went up to like 33, something like that. You know how easy it is if you got 30 students in a class. That's like what, $80 a month? Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Yeah, I believe you can make education. Actually, it would be more stringent. The education system would actually, our kids would probably be more intelligent. They would actually test better if it was private. I think that's not even up for a debate. Paying for school, everyone's starting now. Paying for, I don't get that one. Superintendent getting $25,000 bonus for you on top of their salary. I know. Beaumont, Texas superintendent was making $400,000 a year. And durable goods is in support of that. 400,000. I don't see it. I'm sorry. I think if you privatize education, it would benefit the person that's losing in it. So let's keep it like it is. Who's coming out right now ill-equipped, guys? Y'all tell me that. Who comes out of school right now ill-equipped and ready to compete in the 21st century? Right? So let's keep it. I mean, do you want, because right now the way it's structured, we come out on the losing end of the spectrum every time in education. So if we blow it up and start over, a lot of this stuff, or even if we don't just completely blow it up, if we say, look, every year we spend $25,000 per child in Montgomery Public Schools. We'll take that $25,000 and aim it. 50% of that gonna go to wherever you want that child to go. The other 50% will go towards maintaining whatever little jobs they got for whatever quote unquote administration, right? $12,500. You can take your child to a nice private school for $12,500 a year. You know what I'm saying? That's $30,000 a month for them teachers. You know, minus fees and stuff. That teacher probably can make $100,000, and still you got enough money left over for the school. There's plenty of ideas, but to just tell me that they spending $30,000, $30,000 per kid per year in school, and children are getting out and can't even read at grade level, in privatization is a problem. I'd rather try privatization than to, because see, privatization also gives the parent the right to take their child to whatever school they want to take them to. So as a parent, if I don't think my child is getting the best education he or she needs, then I can take them to a better school. See, the government, one of the things with this is that the government is better equipped to teach your children than you are. I don't believe that. I believe the parent knows best. You're the one carrying that child for 9 months. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. I like that, King Diamante. Good point. You know what I'm saying? So our schools are stuck in the 19th century. Actually, that's why we out of school for 2.5 months called summer. It's because we had an agricultural economy back then. We ain't had that since the 1910s, 1920s. We still think it's, that's why, I mean, we're so antiquated. We're 90 years behind. And so when I dare tell you to take your child and take them somewhere where they can get a better education and their funding can go with them, we are dogmatically programmed as blacks to think that that's a Republican conservative point. No, it's not. It's not. That's because the union then paid people to give you propaganda. And you believe it. A lot of us believe that stuff. This is why they won that election in Montgomery yesterday, because propaganda is a powerful thing. You know what I'm saying? Propaganda has a lot of people thinking a certain way. That's just real. Y'all have a good one.